welcome. Welcome to Plausible
Man.
Foolishness.
2.0, bro.
Oh yeah, 2.0.
2.0.
That's for sure.
We're super official. If you look in the very top, if you're listening to us live right now on YouTube or on Facebook, we have a logo right above my head, right above my big fat head. There's our official logo. We've got some layovers today. It's going to look way different than it was before, and we're excited for today, man. So sorry it took us so long to get started, but we are here, and we're ready to rumble, man. So take it away, big dog.
So yeah, I'm your host. I'm Matthew, and I've got opinions on stuff.
Hey, and I'm Ray, his sidekick, and I've got opinions on things as well, man.
Sidekick.
Woo! Oh my goodness. Now here's the first overlay that we're going to do on Plausible Foolishness, which is unbelievable. Thank you so much for listening to us. There's going to be a slight delay when it starts, and then when the show gets rocking and rolling, but that's normal with most places. But you can follow us everywhere. Everywhere. We're expanding as fast as the universe. Oh my goodness, I'm ready to see this. I'm so jacked up right now. I can't even... Oh, we've got some transition overlays. We're ready to rock. You can check us out on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. We are everywhere, man. And we'll have a Patreon page one as well down the road and stuff. But we're just getting started. That's why we're starting a little bit later tonight, but it's a lot of fun, and we're jacked up today. Make sure you check us out right now on Good Old Line on YouTube. We are getting away from the Facebook Live, just because YouTube's a little bit better when it comes to that, right? Mm-hmm. So, long story short, they're going to demonetize us anyways. We won't get any money from it because we are conservative voices, so it is what it is on Plausible Foolishness. However, this is going to expand our universe, and we're pumped up about it, man. So, Matt, you did some good work on this, my friend. It looks good. It looks good. We look all official. This logo above my head is like tripping me out, man. But you can always interact with us on YouTube live. You can check up our live streaming, and we're gonna have some fun, man. So put your questions, comments, concerns on there,
and subscribe.
Subscribe.
You can chat with us. That's where the delay will actually be.
Yes.
So we won't. There's probably about like a 30-second delay right now.
Oh yeah.
We'll see about maybe decreasing the amount of delay to see. We're gonna tweak this. We're gonna make it better. We're gonna make it the best it can possibly be.
I think it's awesome already,
and
my friend.
And also you can help us do that. Obviously by subscribing.
Oh yeah.
And then click the notifications for when a new video, when a new stream comes out. That little bell.
Oh yeah.
But there's another way that you can help us.
How?
And that is to go on patreon.com/plausiblepoolishness.
There you go.
And support us with become a patron.
I'm loving it.
Patronize the work we're doing here. Not patronize, but patronize.
Patronize.
I don't know. That's probably just the two ways to say the same word.
Yeah, probably.
But either way, a patron supports financially and other ways. But Patreon is about the financial support, and we could, we want to leverage that into better quality, better content, more content, and you can help us do that.
Speaking of quality, the quality's already amazing. We got a logo above our head, man.
Yes.
Which is awesome. But here's the thing. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been we've been more plausible than foolish lately. I'll be honest with you. Mm-hmm. We've been more plausible than foolish in the last couple of episodes. But here's the deal. We are on episode 24. 24. 2 more weeks, it'll be half of a year, bro.
Yes.
Can you believe that?
Coming up on our 6-month anniversary, I guess.
Oh my goodness. Can you believe this craziness? It's blowing my mind that we're blowing up like this, my friend. I'm just getting jacked up. So here's the cool thing, man. We haven't talked about wrestling in a long time.
We just got a new subscriber.
A new subscriber. What up? Brad Howard, thanks for following us, man. At the end of the day, I'm not going to lie to you, my friend. We haven't talked about some wrestling in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
We got to get back to the good old days, man. We got to bring the noise. We got to bring the thunder.
I think I know what you want to talk about, though.
Oh, I definitely want to talk about. What do you think I want to talk about, my friend?
I'm going to show the world what you want to talk about.
The true brand of... Oh! Here's the best thing about wrestling right now. This is the truth, and I do not lie to you whatsoever. The reality of the situation is this. NXT is by far the best part of WWE right now. It's absolutely the best. And the overlay that you're watching right now is the reason why. From left to right, right to left, the reality of the situation is this. All of the championships are being held, not by faces, a.k.a. good guys, bad guys. And that's the most beautiful thing about wrestling. So we've got the villainous Tommaso Ciampa, who is the NXT champion right now, which is unbelievable. And I actually like it because I'll be honest with you, I was a little bored with Aleister Black. I'm not gonna lie, but that's just my opinion. I'm a little bored with him. I'm like, okay, whatever. I just want some evil heelage there. You've got.
You always just want evil heelage.
I want evil heelage because I want somebody to hate. I want to hate like I hate Brock Lesnar. I want to hate somebody.
No, it is a good storyline because but what we need is a comparable face to go up against him and take it from him.
Yes, aka Johnny Wrestling. Dare I say? Dare I say Johnny Wrestling?
I think you should dare.
Oh, I'm
I
so
think
excited.
you just did dare.
What?
And I'm coming along for the ride.
Johnny Wrestling. So I want to see that because I think that victory will be beautiful. And then you've got what, Shayna Baszler? You got Shayna Baszler.
Shayna Baszler's the women's
champ. Man, oh my goodness, she's just wretchedly evil, and it is what it is. But the best part, the most watched best part of WWE, in my opinion, is the Undisputed Era. Man, you got Adam Cole, Bebe. You got the Roddy. You got Kyle
O'Reilly.
Kyle O'Reilly, and what's his face? Is still
Bobby
hurt.
Fish.
Bobby Fish is going to be coming back, man.
I'm interested to see what they do with him because he was the tag team partner for Kyle O'Reilly.
He was.
Is he gonna take over in that spot, and then Roderick Strong goes on to something bigger?
You know what I would love to see happen? It would be just devilishly amazing. Is if Adam Cole just lays down for the 1-2-3, gives him the belt, and then Adam Cole goes and beats Tommaso Ciampa or Johnny Gargano for the championship. So all four of the male belts are held by the Undisputed Era. But you know, hey, that's hopeful wishing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But then they would need to develop a comparable, face faction. Well, they never do that.
No, there's no such thing as a face faction.
I think there should be though.
Yeah, but that would be like, I don't even know, man.
But like the face faction doesn't go in and cheat.
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
The face faction just defends against the heel faction.
Yeah, but that's just too much goody goody gumdrops on one team, man. You know what I mean? Just is what it is, man.
I don't think we've seen it properly.
Now we don't know what's going on live with NXT right now because we're competing with NXT viewers right now, which is all great on the WWE Network. But we'll be watching it and we'll be updating a lot of great things going on in NXT right now. If you don't know what's going on in New Japan right now, there's amazingness happening, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I just love the Gorillas of Destiny right now. I love Tama Tonga. I love the evilness that he has portrayed. Kenny Omega is the champion. The Bucks are the champions of the tag division. We got good things going on the wrestling side,
Kenny Omega is currently, as far as I am aware, undefeated in the G1 Climax tournament, which is like, it's like day 11.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's crazy.
It's beautiful.
That is a crazy tournament. It's not like anything that we see
unbelievable
over here in the States.
Yeah, unbelievable. That's me. But no, I'm excited, man. There's a lot of cool things going on with the G1, which I'm very pumped up about. And Kenny Omega is the man. He's carrying the strap over there in New Japan with class, which I think is awesome. So, but yeah, man, there's a lot of good things going on in the wrestling world, man. You know what I mean? SummerSlam's coming up, and All In's coming in. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Can you live stream that one or not? Is that a live stream? Do they have anything for that?
There's supposedly they've been in talks. I don't know exactly
they gotta hurry
how
up.
or with who or whatever.
Dude,
but
I'll be spending my money on that. So we might have to do an all-in party.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We might have to do an all-in party, man.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do.
Might have to. I think we absolutely.
It's done. It's done. It's done. Okay, so here's the deal, man. Foolishness aside, man, it's been a crazy couple weeks, man, around the world. I don't know if you heard or not, Matt. Don't know if you heard this or not, but the polar bears are dying. They are dying out there as we speak right now.
I have heard that.
Yeah, have you heard? Everyone's heard it, right? The polar bears are dying.
Not true.
The forests are dying. They're what?
Their populations are like significantly higher than they used to be.
But that's not like Al Gore.
Like orders of magnitude higher.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
No, yeah.
Al Gore told me that polar bears were dying, our forests were going away, and that Florida's going to be underwater pretty soon.
Yeah.
That's what he told me.
Yeah, he told you that it would happen like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And it hasn't happened.
What?
Yeah. Well, we live in Florida. So.
Oh, yes.
So there's that.
That's yeah, small. Small concept.
But no, the polar bear populations are thriving.
No.
One might say.
What proof do you have of that, my friend?
There's plenty of proof.
What?
But that aside.
Okay.
We can bring you that proof.
Okay.
I actually didn't look it up, so I don't have it. I'm sorry.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
The Twitter
But-
trolls will tell you that you need to cite your sources.
They will. And I do. But I was busy making awesome overlays.
Awesome overlays. Are we
Okay.
about to pull one up right now?
Well, we will, yes.
I
But,
just want to see it. I'm so excited.
Okay, so, but the reason we bring up polar bears is because you might have heard the National Geographic. What was it, like 1 year ago?
Whoa, 1 year ago.
Posted a video of an emaciated polar bear
Oh man,
roaming the tundra,
because it was global warming, right?
and
Global warming was
that
killing it.
was the claim.
Okay,
That
global
was
warming's
the
killing it.
claim.
Gotcha.
Now here's the reality of it. Okay,
Oh my goodness.
the reality is, it was fake news.
Oh no! National
Yeah.
Geographic would never do that.
There's really no evidence that the reason that the polar bear was starving was because of global warming.
No.
And the photographer claims that they had, you see right here, they had lost control of the narrative.
No way.
Yeah, lost control of the narrative, and then
So
but
you're
then
saying
conceded that the images were meant to sound an alarm about climate change.
but they
Though
weren't
she
true.
complains that people took the image literally. I mean, you post a video.
Wow.
You post a video of an emaciated polar bear,
And try to claim
and,
that it was
and
global
then
warming.
claim that it's global warming that caused it,
Yeah.
and then you wonder why did they take that literally? I don't understand. That doesn't make much sense to me.
Where was the satire button on that picture? Where was the
Yeah,
satire?
exactly.
Where was that at?
Exactly. Exactly. They should have. They should have. As we all know, Nat Geo is a parody account.
Parody.
So
It's the Onion. It's the Onion.
that video got 2.5 billion views. 2.5 billion views.
And it was fake news.
And they have absolutely no idea why the polar bear was dying.
Huh.
Could have been old age. Could
Huh.
have been illness. Could have been injured.
Are you talking about normal things that could happen to a polar bear?
Yeah, like things that happen in the
Oh, that's
wild.
weird.
But no, absolutely.
But it's
caused
global
by-
warming, bro.
Yeah, because we got to push the agenda.
The agenda over facts, bro. That's the Democratic platform, my friend. That's how it works. You got to push the agenda, even if it's not true. You know what I mean?
It's ludicrous.
Well, some might say it's foolishness. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like, it seems like a pretty buffoonish move. You know what I mean? To say and let it go for a year. It looks like a year. She's let
Yeah.
this go.
Oh yeah.
For a year, that this emaciated bear, it was climate change. It was everything that Al Gore warned us about. And then when people start to fact check it and then kind of check a look and see that polar bears are coming back, global warming's kind of a hoax. Not kind of, it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's absolutely a hoax at this point. That people are going to leave that up, and 2.5 billion eyes got to see that emaciated bear because of global warming. And then they wonder why we flip off CNN at the Tampa rally and say fake news sucks and CNN sucks, and they wonder why this stuff happens. And this is why these midterm elections are going to be hilarious, my friend. I think there's going to be a red wave, my friend. I'm making a bold prediction now. I'm making a bold prediction before it happens, but I think a red wave's about to happen, man. So
Okay. That now all this about global warming comes in conjunction with a article on humanprogress.org.
what?
Okay, that claims. What? Come on.
It's all right.
That claims that no, we are not running out of forests.
What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Now I found this particularly fascinating because it's not only we are not running out of forests, but once nations hit around 4,500 GDP per capita, forest areas begin to increase.
Wait a minute. Time out. You're saying that if a country has more money per capita, that we save more trees. We save forests.
Yes. So what I'm telling you is that the more capitalistic a country,
No.
Yeah.
No. You said capitalism.
yeah,
Socialism saves trees.
no,
It doesn't?
No, because you have no technology to heat your home, so you have to burn trees.
Or tires like they do in North Korea.
Or tires.
Or in Juarez, Mexico. I've seen that. I've actually seen that happen from across. Well, I was in El Paso, looked across the way. They were burning tires. It was unbelievable.
To keep warm.
To keep warm. But hey, man.
Gosh,
Capitalism's
that's so
bad.
brutal.
Can you imagine your kids being around that?
No.
Oh, gosh. But hey, socialism, man. But yeah, keep going. Sorry, brother.
So capitalism, the more capitalistic the country...
you meant socialist saves the trees, right?
No,
Am I missing that?
No, we
Oh, you weren't kidding about that?
Yeah, capitalism saves trees.
That's got to be fake. It's got to be fake news.
No, it's not fake news.
It's not fake news?
Yes, here we go. Let's look at this.
Okay, oh my goodness. Look at that overlay. It's like right there. It's like in your face now, man.
Okay, so more than 31% of the world is covered in forest.
No way.
The world does continue to lose forest area, but consider the rate and location of this loss.
Whoa.
According to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, the annual rate of deforestation has more than halved since the 1990s.
Halve means doubled, right?
No, has been cut in half.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, that means there's more forests?
That means that there's less deforestation.
But that's not what Captain Planet told me when I was growing up. Captain Planet told me that we're falling apart.
Well, when you were growing up, that was probably true.
Okay.
Let's say that.
Okay, gotcha.
Of course, it may not have been true, so who knows? Between 2010 and 2015, the world has gained 4.3 million hectares of forest per year, while losing 7.6 million hectares of forest per year.
Okay.
That accounts for a net decrease of 0.08% of forest each year.
Oh, man.
Because 0.08% we're losing. Now,
isn't it the same amount of temperature that they're claiming is heating our planet up? It's like less than a percentage point.
Oh gosh, yeah, it's minuscule. It's minuscule.
Pandemic. Oh, sorry.
But in 500 years, we're gonna have a real problem.
Whoa, 500 years.
Okay, well, in 500 years, we might develop a new technology to energize the planet, and we won't.
Yeah, dare I say that?
I mean, come on.
But
we need to take trillions of dollars of action now.
In 2018.
Because we need to redistribute America's wealth to the rest of the world.
It's because you don't love.
Yeah. Okay, so now some argue about this data from the FAO.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
But the FAO makes it clear that 93% of global forest area, or 3.7 billion hectares in 2015, was natural forest. Natural forest area decreased at an average rate of 6.5 million hectares per year over the last 5 years. But a reduction from 10.6 million hectares per year in the 1990s. So we were losing a lot in the 1990s, and we're still losing a good amount. I mean, 6.5 million hectares is a lot.
Yeah.
But let's look at this as a percentage. Put differently, natural forest loss is declining by 0.059% per year and is heading towards zero.
So that's half of a percentage point.
Yeah.
Half of a percentage point.
Yeah. Forest loss, the loss of forest is declining, so we're losing less forest by 0.059% per year, and that's heading towards zero.
What? Wait a minute.
And the world's richest regions, such as North America and Europe, are not only increasing their forest area, they have more forests than they did prior to industrialization.
That's fake news, right?
The United Kingdom, for example, has more than tripled its forest area since 1919.
Are you kidding me? The UK has the audacity to add more forests to their land after the industrial age.
Yeah, exactly.
So one might argue that as technology rises, there's more forests that are coming back.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I've been lied to again.
So
Captain America.
Once a country reaches 4,500 GDP per capita, forests
magically grow.
And why is that? Innovation.
No.
Technology. Efficiency.
Socialism, right?
No.
Communism.
No.
No?
No.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, right?
No.
No? Oh,
definitely
dang it. Not her?
No.
Oh, man, she's great.
In the future, we'll have beautiful overlays.
She'll be the socialist overlay, of course, for the comedy. I'm already loving how official we are. By the way, I'm just loving the fact that we have an official overlay as we're speaking right now, as people watch us.
I think it's cool.
Dude, I'm jacked up. But yeah, so long story short, capitalism, dare I say, it's a good thing. Once again, capitalism is a good thing.
Yeah, and once again, capitalism is proven to be the solution to whatever problem you're talking about.
Environmentally.
Except for the problems of the heart.
Yeah, but we don't.
That's where Jesus comes in.
Yeah, but we're just monkeys. We just came from stardust, and
Okay.
there's no moral
So-
whatever. But the church is somehow evil. But yeah, there's no,
Yeah.
no absolute truth,
Yeah.
which we've talked about a lot on Plausible Foolishness. But yeah, so it's amazing to me how incredibly the point of being environmental is to save the planet for future generations.
Correct.
But that same party that really pushes that hard is the same one that kills babies that they don't care about. Which
We have to control the population.
Well, no, because
Population bomb.
no, because if we get rid of Roe versus Wade, more black people will show up. Was that in the show notes? Oh, we'll get to that in a second. But their argument is socialism's better, that the industrial age wrecked our country, that all this stuff, and it's categorically getting proven wrong.
Yes.
Like, at this point, if you believe in global warming, it's laughable. It's laughable. If you believe the polar bear is dying because of global warming, it's laughable. If you believe that capitalism destroys nature at this point, you're categorically wrong. So, here's the problem, though, and here's the reality of the situation. Oh my goodness, are we live on your phone right now?
Yeah, we are.
Oh my
live.
goodness, you're live on the phone. You can do this live. So, the overlay is this button right here, right? So, literally, if I click this right here, will it switch over? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Sorry, we're doing this live.
That will.
What? In the transition? You can transition to Plausible Foolishness. Oh my goodness. And they can follow us everywhere, which is crazy, man. I love it. I'm just excited about life. I'm sorry. I get a little jacked up. But my point is
It's
this.
okay, I forgive you.
I just get so jacked up. But capitalism's winning again. It's so weird. It's like almost like, dare I say, this is crazy. We're making capitalism great again. Some
Yeah.
might even say that the leader of capitalism would be America.
Definitely.
It's almost like we're making America great again, by any chance. Is that a stretch of an imagination or something like that?
I don't know. It's a little out there.
A little out there. But here's the deal. Here's another thing that's a little bit out there. So in our show prep today, which was great, that Matt is unbelievably organized. I'm just the figurehead. I'm the racial cover. So if we say anything radically racial, we can cover. And you're Jewish, so we're all good. So who said this? Who's the group that said this?
This is a progressive author named Rachel Held Evans.
Oh, this is great.
Now this is actually from earlier in last month, but I just happened to come across it and it blew me away.
Can the Rubes see this right now?
Not yet, but we're gonna get that.
This
in
overlay
there.
is gonna be beautiful.
Okay, so this is a Twitter thread by this author who claims that she's pro-life, but she's pro-life, but so
pro-life.
So these are her. This area is her
her Twitter
her Twitter thread.
Twitter thread. Here we go.
So I'm pro-life by conviction.
Sure.
Though my views on the legalities of abortion are complex, ever evolving, and detailed elsewhere.
Oh gosh.
How many times have you heard that?
That's like, I think pastors say that now, which is hilarious.
Oh,
like,
gosh,
is there a nobility in like? Who was this? Phil Johnson was talking about this on Wretched Radio the other day. Like, people are making a nobility out of like doubt and like not absolute truth. Like they're making it like they're canonizing doubt. Like things that are so clear in the Bible, they're like, well, I got to do more research on it. And I got to think through it, and they're making it noble to go against like truth. But yeah, sorry, keep going.
So that said, today I've been wondering if most pro-lifers have considered what overturning Roe v. Wade would look like in actuality. ...
All
Right. It's important to understand that the abortion rate is highest in poor communities of color.
Ooh.
The rate among black women is almost 5 times that of white women, and the rate among Hispanic women more than double.
No way.
So, when I see conservatives celebrating the millions of lives that will be saved if Roe is overturned, I wonder if they realize a significant percentage of these lives would be in poor communities of color. Community this administration has actively oppressed.
Sorry. Oppressed. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much it.
Oh.
Like, do you realize that this is going to save black and Hispanic people?
Dear God. So here's the double whammy. One, the assumption is that every person that's pro-life hates people of color, which is hilarious because was it?
I think that the idea that she had was that these babies are going to survive and grow up in terrible conditions.
Oh man.
But it's
So we're gonna murder.
So let's murder them.
Let's murder them so that they don't grow up in bad conditions.
So that
But here's the other thing.
There's so many people who've grown up in bad conditions and moved beyond them.
No,
Yes.
nobody of color's ever done that before.
Yeah, no.
Like Ben Carson, who's
No.
in the cabinet right now, at the White House,
Like
who's separated.
Like every. Like almost every black person in the Jim Crow era who was doing way better than black people are doing now.
No, you can't say that, bro. You can't say that. But it's true.
Frederick Douglass.
What?
You know, Booker T. Washington,
No,
George Washington
no.
Carver. You know,
We only talk about that in February, bro. We only talk
Yeah.
about that in February. So here's my thing. So her argument is because we're going to save more people of colors, communities of color, which I still haven't figured that one out yet. The colored's bad, but now it's good. Okay, cool. Still confused on that one.
well, it's when you add the ed, it's racist.
Oh, the ED makes it racist.
Yes, ed is racist.
So if you're black,
so erectile dysfunction is racist.
yeah, the ED. But yeah, so my point is, we made an overlay of that. That would be great.
Right.
Just but my point is like, sorry, plausible foolishness. It wasn't Matt, Samantha. It was me. I'll take the heat. So her assumption is that people are so ignorant that they don't realize that more black kids will be living now.
Mm-hmm.
That there won't be a genocide of blacks anymore. So right now, what's 51% of African American kids are aborted before they're ever born, and then born into a single parent home. But we'll talk about that later. But my point is, they think that we're worried as conservatives that more people will be alive, and they happen to be, dare I say, black and brown.
Mm-hmm. That's what we want. We want to save them. That's why we want Roe v. Wade overturned.
So the assumption is, so she's assuming that we're the racists because we don't want black people to be around.
I don't know what.
But here's the problem.
She's assuming we haven't considered that their lives will be terrible or something.
Yeah. Okay. But
that's.
When I read that, I think she assumes that everybody's racist on the right.
Yeah, and then that we haven't considered that.
Yeah.
And that, you know.
But here's the problem. We didn't start Planned Parenthood, who was started by Margaret Sanger, who wanted to eradicate Negroes, and she did a good job of that.
Mm-hmm.
Just killed. I want to see what the numbers are of African Americans that Margaret Sanger's killed. So the assumption is we're the racists, but this thing was started by a lefty who wanted to kill people.
And my understanding is the black community would be 30 to 50% larger.
Be way
if
bigger.
it weren't for.
Well, since
abortion.
1976, 51% of African American kids are killed in abortion before they come to life. So it would almost double since 1976. I don't know in perpetuity with all the whatever.
Yeah.
With
you
death
have
rate.
to take into account death rates.
Yeah,
and
but
things
still,
like that.
it would be so much bigger.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And dare I say, like, from the Democratic standpoint, you'd have more voters on the Democratic side, which just would be a good strategy. But it'd be easier just to import.
Yeah, but they have to get all.
Oh, yeah.
All identity groups.
Okay, gotcha. Fair enough.
So they would lose women if they were to save black babies.
Yeah, this is a women's right issue. Okay, so the amount of stupidity, arrogance, and just short-sightedness in the statement's hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Blows me away. Oh, you're racist and you're not considering that more colored people are coming out. Yes, we know that. We want lives. We want more people here. Because here's the thing, and like everybody...
Who knows what baby
Who
is
knows?
going to develop the cure for cancer?
I was just about to say that.
Who knows what baby is going to make solar power a viable thing, you know?
Yeah.
Who knows what child is going to grow up to invent, like teleportation technology or something like that, so that we can be like, if you want to go eat in Paris, you can literally go to eat in Paris.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
And be back in an hour.
Paris is beautiful, man. You gotta go. Have you been there?
I have.
Oh my gosh.
Paris is interesting because Paris is beautiful at all the tourist
Yeah.
areas and really gross everywhere
I know.
else.
That's so true. It's so true. Like,
I mean,
around
the Eiffel Tower
it's
and the Arc de
beautiful.
Triomphe, it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
But I remember we went up to the art district.
Yeah.
And watched some really amazing art.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, my friend got his portrait done, and this guy was using charcoal pastels and in grays and whites. And when he started, it did not look anything like
Him.
my friend. But when he was done, it was a black and white
Oh my
photograph.
gosh, that's awesome.
It was insane.
I just
but we're going to get to the art district. You go up. There's this cathedral at the
Yeah.
top of that area, and there's a ton of steps.
Yeah.
And we're going up to get to the art district, and there's a ton of people sitting on these steps, just chilling. You know.
Yeah.
We went up there. We got the pictures. We ate some lunch, I think, and then when we got back, it was like late afternoon, and all those people had cleared out. But did they take their garbage with them? No. There was beer bottles and cigarette boxes and just trash everywhere.
Was it the Cathedral of the Rose? Cathedral of the Rose.
I can't remember the name.
Does it overlook the city?
Possibly.
That we
my memories.
Beautiful.
My memories of the view were marred by just garbage everywhere.
Yeah.
You know.
But potentially, here's the problem: you screwed us out of Paris because you killed somebody. I mean, come on. Now, who knows if that would happen? God's in control. I know this, but like, dare I say this? And I'm going to say I'm daring a lot of things today. I'm saying some crazy things. At some point, I don't know if whether you believe this or not. It's irrelevant. It's true. God is just. He is. Just is what it is. There are ramifications for evil and sin. Like there are. And dare I say, like, there are ramifications for killing your kids. There are ramifications for killing our generations. There are ramifications for this. At some point, the chickens are going to come to roost with this thing, man. They will. And I think they already have. They've taken tolls in tons of different ways, you know what I mean? And ravaged culture groups. I mean, like, no offense. And I can say this, like, honestly, how's the black community looking right now? I'll be honest with you. At the end of the day, I don't think that they're in the oppression Olympics like they claim or whatever. But the reality is, and I say this as a half black guy, well, I'm not black enough for black people, but I'll say it anyways. There's a reason why people are where they are. And it ain't slavery, my friend. It's continual decisions over time. At the end of the day, there was Japanese internment camps for a reason, but magically Japanese do really well in America. It's kind of crazy how that works. When you make certain decisions, you get certain results, and the chickens will come to roost. America's got plenty of sins, and we will pay for those sins. But just like every other country...
And in many cases, we have paid for
Yeah, we've paid for a lot of those. Slavery cost us 500,000 plus lives in the Civil War. It hurt. It killed us. You know,
it was only the influx of immigration afterwards.
Yeah.
That
saved
really
us.
kept us,
Legal immigration. Sorry, you're going to freak people out. Legal.
Yes, that is true.
Legal immigration. People will be like,
we're talking Ellis Island and so on, you know?
Just cross the border, Johnny! But, it's crazy, man. And this is the thing that's funny to me. Like, the chickens will come to roost. And it's just like everything that we even talked about today. Like, at some point, you're going to expose the fact that polar bears are not dying off at an exponential rate. At some point, you're going to realize there's some fake news going on, that climate change ain't real, that there is... like, this was amazing about progressives. They don't understand that, like, at some point, what's the logical conclusion of abortions? If we just let them happen all the time, what's going to eventually happen?
We're going to... Our birth rate is not going to resupply.
Yeah.
It's going to be less than our death rate.
Yeah.
And then we're going to, go extinct.
It's crazy. You know, the logical conclusion of that, like, nobody ever plays it out.
All because we want the freedom
to just bang. Just F. The freedom to bang, baby. You know what I mean? That's how it works, man. But it's crazy. You know, but we're the mad ones for saying, gosh forbid, we want to keep lives and preserve them and stuff like that. Are you bringing up polar bear pictures?
No.
Yes. Polar bear's not endangered. I love that we can do this live now, man.
Yep.
We can just pull this up live and show the people. What? America keeps telling Canada the polar bears exist. Are they really endangered? I like this. This is fun, man.
Yeah.
And as we're doing live stream right now on YouTube.com, you can follow us anywhere: Instagram, Facebook. Where else we got? Twitter, Patreon. We're everywhere, man. This is fun. Polar bears. Let's see.
Polar bear populations have been increasing overall since the 1970s.
Wait. Time out. Since the 70s?
Since the 70s.
So one might say that Al Gore was full of crap. That his chickens have come to roost. Do you think that him lying that much kept him out of the White House?
But Elizabeth Peacock for the World Wildlife Fund.
Whoa.
Some populations appear to be doing okay now. But what's frightening is what might happen in the very near future.
Oh, this is great, man. It's great. Polar bears. Can our rubes see this thing? Can they see this right now?
No.
Oh, it's all right.
I'm just looking it
Rubes,
up for...
just trust us. We'll
I
send
felt
it to
bad
you.
that I didn't have...
The facts about
facts.
polar bears?
Yeah.
So they've been increasing since the 1970s. So the scare of polar bears dying off, that was complete bullcrap before the picture even happened.
So the last estimate was calculated in 2004 according to this article.
Yeah.
And I'll bring it up.
Whoa. Yes, I love it.
Okay. Last estimate was calculated in 2004, and according to these numbers here, this indicates that there's been no decline in population numbers since the last estimate was calculated.
So what was Al Gore talking about? What were these people talking about? There's been no decline since 2004. Those stats came out in between that time, correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this was.
Jeez,
they have estimates up to 2011, according to this.
Wow.
This new study.
Wow. So they're just completely lying.
Yeah.
So, and I hate to be this guy. This is my conspiracy theory moment. Once we get up, we'll hit some X-Files music. Do they tell us the truth at all about anything?
Do they tell us the truth?
Do they tell us the truth about anything?
The question is, how can you know?
It's a great question.
How can you know whether or not they're telling the truth? I mean, and it's really hard because, I mean, I just did a quick search on Google, but I would have to spend like a good hour.
Yeah.
Or more verifying that the information on that article is legit.
Yeah.
Which we try to do for you. You know, I was just trying to do it on the fly.
Hey, we do it on
the
the fly.
bad.
It's all good.
But
how do you know?
There's sources.
But here's the funny thing.
Sources preaching whatever everybody's just preaching whatever they want.
And here's my thing, crazy question. I'm just gonna. We have daughters that are gonna be school age very soon. How do we know what our daughters are learning about right now are even true? How do we know? My daughter watches Aquanauts every single day. There's a polar bear captain in Aquanauts. I don't know if you see the Aquanauts or whatever. It's crazy. It's fun. Watch it if you're a parent. But how do you know the facts that they're talking about on there are true? How do you know?
Yeah.
How do you know the textbooks that they're going to read are true? How do you know this stuff? But here's the scary thing to me, and I get it. I get it from everybody that I know that I'm this conspiracy theorist guy. But the problem is that when I talk to people, is nobody looks this stuff up. Nobody looks up the fact that the polar bears are dying when they haven't been dying since 2004. So when Al Gore made Inconvenient Truth, he was lying through his teeth. Literally lying, just complete lie. When they tell us that forests are going away, it's a lie.
I think Al Gore's gigantic mansion is evidence enough that he's a bald-faced liar.
So when Leo says that, oh my goodness, we had such a hard time filming The Revenant because of global warming, it was a lie. It's cold weather. It's all. Do you remember that? He's like, it took us a year longer than it needed to be to make The Revenant because of global warming. It's a lie. It's humbug.
And it's like, how does he know that? What is his?
As he's jet setting all.
What is his scientific data to
Here it is. It's the 97% of scientists that aren't even in that realm of science that agree that global warming's real, and they take that and run with it, just like the straws thing that's going on right now. Do you know where they got the straw stats from? A little kid report.
Yeah.
A little kid report said that straws. There's a lot of straws going on there. Straws make up like 0.11111 or something of the pollution anywhere. Straws don't mean anything, but California is regulating straws where they have those crappy paper ones. Have you seen those ones? Have you used them? Like it tastes like you're drinking paper. It's disgusting.
About halfway through they start to lose their solidity.
Oh my gosh. So now we've created a new problem to try to save the environment just here in America, in California specifically.
And the real deal with that is that America's not even the problem.
It's not.
Africa and China. Africa and China are like
they're the ones that pollute the ocean and the rivers. They do it, not us.
The Western civilizations.
But we're the problem.
Are producing almost none of the plastic in the ocean.
But Captain America has you or Captain Planet has you convinced that you're the problem, Western society. You're the problem, capitalism. You're the problem, you straight white Christian male. You're the problem. You're not. It's a lie. Half of the stuff on TV is a lie, and that's what I'm trying to bring to people. And it's hilarious. I'm debating people on our Instagram and so on and so forth. They're like, cite one source of this crazy conspiracy you're pumping. It takes me 3 seconds to pop this stuff up. All the stuff we're talking about is backed by truth. It may seem foolish, but guys, it's plausible. We don't get this passionate. We don't do these new overlays. We're not on freaking YouTube now and jacked up like we are to tell you a bunch of false things, to preach a false narrative. We are that tiny voice screaming in the crowd. You've been bamboozled.
Yep.
You've been lied to. Sorry, I'm stealing from Malcolm X. You've been hoodwinked. They're lying to you, and you keep believing this crap. That's the funny part. You keep believing in Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny that they don't lie to you. How much do they lie to you? Think about this. They've lied to you since day one in that freaking book that they taught you from in school. They said you came from a Big Bang and that evolution, even though there's no proof of evolution whatsoever, of one thing changing into another thing. They take an entire theory of adaptation and wrap an entire creation story around it, which they can't prove, by the way, at all, and you believe that crap. And the science is settled. And as more science progresses, it literally says, they're proving that there has to be a creation. Something started this craziness. Something started the universe as we know it. And you believe this crap. You believe that we're eating up the forest right now because of Captain Planet. I would screw his name up. But it's bullcrap. You believe that capitalists, and they always do it in the Captain Planet stuff. It's the greedy capitalist guy, and he's polluting the earth and blah blah blah. Yeah. What they need to do is go over to China. So that's what China's doing.
Those evil, rich straw manufacturers.
Yeah, it's China doing that, man. It's Africa. Yeah. It ain't America, baby.
Yet another instance where communism,
and
socialism,
socialism works.
Are destroying our planet.
Listen, Ocasio-Cortez would never lie to us, but she just doesn't know. She just doesn't know.
She believes she's 100% truthful. She has no clue.
Yeah, that's the best part. I think we would do a better job than her. I'm going to be honest with you. But my point is this. They're lying to you. And they're still trying to lie to you. They're trying to tell you that socialism's a good thing. But they can't give one single situation where socialism actually works on a grand scale. They're like, well, what about the police? What about the fire? What about Venezuela? What about China? How's it working out for a lot of their people? Let's get real. You only think China's glamorous because you go to Hong Kong, which is Hong Kong even China? Is that even China?
It is now.
It is now. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's been
absorbed. Well, one place it's working.
They're kind of like not touching it because it's kind of propping them up.
Of course, it makes them look good.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Look at North Korea.
North Korea
is
jeez, oh mama,
abysmal.
Seriously, I mean that's the thing that's maddening, and you keep believing this crap. If they lied to you about evolution and communism and the American way, and how many times do they distort the American story to try to make it seem like they're trying to make it like, oh, there's a white patriarchy, and that's what they try to establish here. No, they were people that believed in God, some Christians, some not, that were running from oppression from Britain, and they started colonies over here to live so they could freely celebrate the religion. Oh God, did I say religion? Did I just say that on?
You did.
Sorry.
Yeah, you did.
There was no white patriarchy, kiddos. Sorry. And guess what? The white man didn't go to Africa and grab a bunch of black people. Black people sold black people into slavery to the white man. Hate to break it to you. Check your history books. But they keep lying to you. And they lie to you that only blacks were the ones that came over from the slave trade. What about the Irish? There's Irish people that came over to America. Guess what? Not all that. The slave owners were white. The first one in South Carolina was black. Look it up. How many times are you going to believe the lies? How many times are you going to believe this crap? Like, listen to what they're actually saying and research it yourself. Don't trust that people are telling you the truth. Now, Ray, here's the deal. I'm sorry, I'm ranting right now. But here's the deal. People are going to say, well, Ray, they're not purposely lying. They're just going based off what they were told. That's worse. If you're just building upon what other people have researched and not looking up yourself, there's a problem. People will say that in the Christian community. Oh, people do that all the time in the Christian community. Paul says, be like the Bereans. Test these things. Look in the Word. Like, our God's commanding us to look at the Word, to verify our truth, to not trust any other person, that we might be led astray somewhere. And that's the problem. In America, that's the problem with the Western society. We're so led astray. And then we start believing other lies that men are evil and it's toxic masculinity and all this crap. We start believing all this crap that's not freaking true at all. And the amazing thing is people will defend these lies to the teeth and tell me to cite my sources. I'm the one that's paying attention, not you. No offense, sheeple, you're walking around like a buffoon. You got to be a rube like you are in Plausible Foolishness here, and do your research. The rubes know what's going on. That's why Trump's the president right now. Sorry, I'm done rambling. I got a little crazy. I get a little intense.
Well, we got a little bit of time, so I want to do a fourth topic, of the rare fourth topic.
Well, what are we getting to a fourth topic?
Yeah, I want to talk about the 3D printed guns. I really do.
I love it.
Because what are your thoughts on 3D printing guns?
I think that. Sorry, I wanted to do the overlay so bad. I wanted people to see it. Here's the thing with 3D printed guns.
Hit it again.
Hit it again?
Yeah, hit transition.
Transition again, like that?
Yep.
Woo! And we can just go back and forth?
Yes, you can.
And we're back! And we're back!
Okay, stop.
Sorry, I just got excited. Okay. My gut feeling, and this is going to sound very anti-libertarian, so don't judge me. My gut was kind of like, okay, I can see why they're trying to regulate that so that people can't sneak them onto planes and blah blah blah. But then my flip side was, why aren't we just stepping up our game security wise, or why aren't we just making guns more accessible to everybody, and then we don't have to worry about the problem? You know what I mean? So that's my knee-jerk reaction was, yeah, I could see that on planes. I don't want some dude with I don't want some terrorist that comes from the religion of peace to pull a piece out and start blowing people away with a 5-shoot whatever. I can see that. But the Second Amendment, that's the problem. Second Amendment, and that's coming from a reformed. I'm a Trumpster and a conservatarian. You know what I mean? So, but Second Amendment, man, you can't stop that. So.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I think that the technology is unavoidable.
Okay.
It's just going to keep growing. I think that the reality of the current situation is that most of these guns aren't very effective.
Think about Dark Knight when the remember that scene where the guy's sitting back, he's the fall guy for the mob, and Harvey Dent, he tries to shoot the plastic gun and it doesn't work. Sorry, that's what I thought about when he said
Should
that.
have bought American.
America. Sorry.
In terms of undetectability, most of them use gun parts for like the firing pin and all that,
Yeah.
And we have to consider. Yes.
Sorry, I just get excited with overlays.
Follow us.
I'm sorry, I'm just getting excited while you're talking. I'm sorry, keep going, man.
So
overlays.
So the undetectability is, in most cases, not even a thing. There's metal pieces. It's made by gun manufacturers, so there's serial numbers on this. But to me, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think the federal government should have any information on any of our guns.
Yeah.
Serial numbers. That's it's nonsense.
Yep.
They have no business knowing how many guns we own. They have zero. They think they have business because they want to control us.
Yeah.
But they don't. And to be honest, if it makes the police's job harder, too bad, so sad.
Yeah.
I'm in this weird place with police because I respect them.
Yep.
And the very difficult jobs that they do, chasing down criminals and bringing justice to those who do harm to our fellow man and so on.
Hashtag Blue Lives Matter.
Yes, but at the same time, you have your "Don't Tread on Me" flag, and
Preach.
Who are the ones that are going to be coming to tread on us?
The federal
police.
The police, yeah.
So, the police are going to do their job when the law becomes, unjust.
Here's the thing, though, that I agree with your point.
So it's hard,
Yeah, but the flip side for police, though, is it better for your population to be more armed to the teeth because they can't always get to those places or handle those situations. You know what I mean? How many times, like, how many cops have not died because someone had a concealed carry? You know what I mean? And prevented something from happening before it happened. Like, I always cite that the recent one with the lady. I think this guy came out of the car and he like tried to rob these ladies, and the lady just pulled a gun out of the purse, shot him. How many people would have, been in a bad situation if the lady wasn't armed? You know what I mean? And we were talking about it before the show. We're talking about Switzerland, where it's like almost required to have a gun. You have to have a gun at some points. There are some cities in America that it's required as a citizen of that city to have a gun. How much help that helps out with law enforcement, and that's the thing that we don't talk about at all. And I respect 100% the boys in blue, but the flip side is I almost think wouldn't it make their jobs easier and better if more law-abiding citizens had weapons? You know what I mean? Because the criminals are going to get weapons no matter what. I mean, you can look at London. There's still shootings in London, and and guns are banned. There's still shootings in London. There's still stabbings in London. You know what I mean? So I guess my question is, like, would it be better for the boys in blue for us to have more information? Ergo, this whole plastic gun thing. I don't know, man. I think that people will attribute motive to people who do those kind of guns, because they're going to think, oh, they're trying to be concealed, they're trying to get through metal detectors and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I can see that, but the flip side is, too, I mean, I don't know. I'll be honest with you, man. I'm a little like 60-40 on that one. You know what I mean? So there's part of me that I don't want to infringe on the Second Amendment. The flip side of me is like, oh, man, what are they trying to conceal? That seems like a guy who's just trying to conceal what they have. But the flip side is there's concealed weapons for a reason. There's permits for that for a reason. So
yeah, exactly.
I see both. I see both sides, man.
Of course I can see both sides, but
Second Amendment.
An armed citizenry is a safe citizenry. So
locked and loaded, baby. We like our guns.
Think about it from the mindset of a criminal.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, there's all these, cheap. Well, first of all, the types of 3D printers that can print these things are like, especially the metal ones, are like $100,000.
Gotcha.
But
they print out shotguns, right?
Yeah, I saw that picture. Okay, so the ones that are metal, really expensive to have. So, but okay, so from the mindset of a criminal, oh wow, all these cheap weapons that I can have.
Yep.
But then again, anybody can have them.
Yep.
They're undetectable.
Yep.
And untraceable.
Yep.
So anybody could have them.
Yep.
Anybody that I run into could be armed. Doesn't that change the dynamic?
Yep.
Like,
100%.
I'm not going to go into this convenience store. That guy, all those customers in there could be armed to the teeth.
Yep.
Because I'm armed to the teeth.
Yep. It changes the game. Totally changes the game. So, now I see it. I see both sides, man. You know what I mean? I'm pro-gun guy. So, I mean, I'm pro-gun. I don't want the government to regulate my ability to get those. I understand
and I don't want them to know.
Yeah, I mean, but I understand what they're doing now with background checks and, that makes sense. But the flip side is, it's my right as an American citizen to have guns, to have them as many as I want, where I want them, how I want them, from there, and if there are places that you can't have them, it's my freedom to not go to those places, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. But, those gun-free zones that work, that every mass shooting happens in. But, you know what I mean? Like, I see why people are scared. I see why law enforcement's scared. But the flip side is, too, I would have to say, let's look at the places where people are mandatorily have to be armed. And what's their crime rate? What happens there? I would argue, maybe, that it might be safer, to be honest with you. So,
definitely, yeah. Absolutely.
So, yeah. No, I got you.
And I mean, there's statistics about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
facts.
There's facts.
Well, stop. Listen, those are toxically masculine. Facts.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, I had to do it.
Gosh.
I had to do it.
I'm so sorry, guys.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I had to do it.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
We live in ridiculous times.
Some would say foolish times.
You beat me to it.
We're becoming one. We are the Borg. That would be a
We'll all
great
become
overlay.
one
That would be great.
with
Like
the rubes.
have a Patrick Stewart Borg come
Yeah.
up on the screen and stuff like that, man. No, I feel you, man. Dude, listen. I gotta say this. I love the overlays first and foremost. This show got just jumped up. We're about to take over Louder with Crowder like next week. We're gonna take them over. Daily Wire's going down. Ben Shapiro's going down. Just kidding. We love you guys. I love the overlays, man. I feel like the show's coming together. This is the 24th episode, man.
Yeah, it is.
24th. We're 2 episodes away from half of a year. Unbelievable, man. God's been good. This is crazy.
Yeah.
We haven't
Yes.
killed each other in the last half a year either.
I don't see why we would.
That's funny. It's because it's the beards. The beards unite us. But guys, I really appreciate everybody for watching us, having the patience. Check us out on YouTube. Make sure you share this. It's even easier now. We're on YouTube now. You can share us even easier all over every platform. Send us everywhere. We're expanding as fast as the universe is happening, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Subscribe on YouTube. We can say that now, bro.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Subscribe and share,
Follow
man.
our channel.
And once we get big, they'll start coming after us.
Yes.
So I'm excited.
Also,
Whoa,
follow us.
whoa.
All of these
Overlay.
places.
Overlay. I love it.
Follow us. Do it.
Oh my goodness! And listen, make sure you hit us up on Twitter. Make sure you hit us up on Facebook. We respond to everything, and it gives us really good ideas for the show and what we're trying to do and trying to accomplish.
Yeah, and if you disagree with us, we will have that conversation.
100%.
So, go to town.
Now, if you really agree with us and you really like us, because I know that you do, we have a Patreon page, man.
Yep.
We'll have that overlay next week. But support us on Patreon, guys. Make sure that you donate to us. We want to expand this bad boy. This is 24 weeks. Imagine what we can do, dare I say, a couple months from now. What could we do with your help on Patreon and all the fun stuff like that? But, guys, we really appreciate everything for watching us, being patient with us tonight. We're going to be a smoother operation next week, but we've got our overlays now. Look at that bad boy, the logos in the corner. This is beautiful. It's sexy. I'm down with it. It's been plausible, man. Some might say it's been a little bit foolish, you know what I mean? But if you've been listening long enough, I think that you'll think both of those things happened today. So I'm excited. I'm Ray. That's Matt. Are we out?
We are out.
We're out, baby. See
See
you
ya.
later. Peace.